What's up, guys? I'm JJ, and I am so excited to be back to talk to you all about films, about upcoming movies that are coming out this month in April. Not only is it my birthday month, but it is like the month before summer, a month before all those big major blockbuster films hits the theaters, where there's something literally weekend after weekend. April is pretty solid. I'm really excited for the month of April, the movies that are coming out, and there's 4 particular films that I'm really looking forward to seeing here in April. So let's just jump into it. So first on the list, this film, I've not heard of this until the trailer dropped for this movie at the beginning of the year. It is produced and co-signed off by a brilliant filmmaker with the name Jordan Peele. I mean, he's like the horror king now in filmmaking. And if he signs off on this movie, then I definitely got to give it a watch. It's the directorial debut of Dev Patel. If you're not familiar with that name, he has starred in films like Slumdog Millionaire and Lions, starring Nicole Kidman. But this is Dev Patel's directorial debut, and he stars in the film as well. It premiered at South by Southwest last month, and he got a big standing ovation for the film, and he was so overwhelmed by all the love and the acceptance of this movie. I mean, people are calling this the Asian John Wick, and I feel like it's much more deeper than that. I mean, it's about this kid who discovers this underground fight club, and he fights in a monkey mask. But he's had childhood trauma. He's been through so much and pain in his life, and he decides to set out and get revenge on the guy who has brought him a lot of this childhood trauma and pain. And this movie just looks flat out kick ass. I mean, it just looks like it's beautifully shot and well done. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but just based off of the trailer, it looks amazing. I'm so excited to see it. Dev Patel, he just put his heart and soul in this movie. I mean, he said in an interview he has broken his fingers, toes, ribs. I mean, he's literally put his blood, sweat, and tears in this project. I am so excited to see it, and I hope you are too. Make sure you check out Monkey Man in theaters April 5th. This next film also premiered at South by Southwest, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I didn't give it any thought really or any excitement to see it, but after the raving reviews it did at South by and people are just loving it, I had to give this movie another thought and another look, and I'm actually really excited for it. I mean, it's a dystopian film, and the director, Alex Garland, he is no stranger to directing dystopian, futuristic type of films. He's done movies like Annihilation and Ex Machina, which are 2 brilliant movies, and the movie I'm talking about is Civil War. Now, anytime California and Texas come together to take down the U.S., that never happens. Like, Texas and California ganging up together. So, you know we're going to be seated for this movie. And that's exactly what it's about, the Western Front bringing down the U.S. And their group of journalists are trying to get to D.C., trying to get to the White House before the rebels get there and all hell breaks loose. I mean, you're talking about a world where Nick Offerman is the president. That's awesome. Like, you gotta see this movie. It's gonna be amazing. It's also starring Kirsten Dunst and Jesse Plemons. So yeah, Civil War. Who knows what to expect? I heard there's so many different twists, turns, and layers to it. I'm super excited to see it. I hope you are too. April 12th is when you get a chance to check it out, so make sure you go see it. Okay, so the third film on my list of movies I'm excited to see in April is Abigail. Now, anytime you put vampire and horror together, you got it sold for me. I'm in. You at least got a ticket right over here, because this movie looks crazy as hell. You got a 12-year-old ballerina who gets kidnapped and held in a mansion for ransom. Turns out this little 12-year-old girl is a vampire. What? So now she's going around killing the people who kidnapped her, and they're trying to figure out a way to get out of this mansion alive. I mean, this movie honestly can go either way. This could be pretty badass, decent film, or it could be a disaster. But either way, I'm seated. Not a bad cast as well. I mean, you got Melissa Barrera from the Scream franchise, Catherine Newton, Dan Stevens, Giancarlo Esposito, and Angus Cloud. Hey, you got vampires, you got blood and gore, killing. You're adding a kid element to it with the vampire situation. I'm in. I can't wait. Abigail, April 19th. Check it out. So the last movie on my list is going to be a film that was actually supposed to come out in September of last year. Due to the writer's strike, the movie production company decided to push it back to April 26th, which is this month. And it's starring one of the biggest actors in Hollywood right now. I'm talking about Zendaya. I mean, she's killing it right now. Everything that she's dropping is gold. She was just in Dune Part 2, so she's going from Dune to this film, and I'm talking about the movie Challengers. Now, Zendaya plays this tennis star named Tashi, this pro tennis star who seems to be just bigger than life, on top of the world in the game, the biggest name out there in tennis. And she meets these other two tennis players, probably not as big of a name as she is, and it just turns into this love triangle. She ends up getting injured. It seemed like maybe a career-ending injury, because she ends up coaching her husband, who happened to be one of the guys that was in this love triangle situation. And so she's coaching him, and he ends up becoming one of the top pro players, and he ends up battling his best friend, who was the other guy caught in this love triangle. So it seems like there's going to be this type of psychological thriller sports ride. I mean, tennis is a very mental sport, so I don't know if they're going to be taking the mental element of tennis, taking it off of the tennis court into the live and playing like this back and forth game. I'm excited to see how this movie turns out. I think it's going to be good, and everything Zendaya is touching is gold right now, so I can't wait to see it. Challengers in theaters April 26th. If you love Zendaya, if you love her work and what she's been doing, you're definitely going to want to see this one. All right, so those are the 4 movies that I'm really looking forward to seeing. Those are the 4 movies of April that I think you should keep on your radar. If there's any movies that are coming out in April that I didn't touch bases on that you're excited to see, please comment, let me know. Let me know which of the 4 movies that I just talked about you're excited to see. I'm really curious on what you guys think of these films, so if after you go see them, definitely come back, comment, let me know what you think. I mean, the best experience for me for films is to see them on the big screen in the theater, so just go and support these movies, man. I mean, it's April, we're just getting started in 2024, we rolling. It's only the beginning. I'm so excited for the rest of the year. It's going to be a great year of films, so yeah, man, I hope you have a great month. Just go to the movies, man. Go to the movies, see these movies, support these films, and yeah, just let me know what you think of them.